If you're in the market for investment-worthy bags, watches, and fine jewelry, Rebag is the answer. Rebag is a luxury resale marketplace where each piece is carefully vetted and verified by experts to ensure quality and authenticity. If you're in the market, use Rebag to buy and sell finds from the world's top brands, including Hermes, Chanel, and Cartier. Head to Rebag.com to get 10% off your first purchase with code REBAG10. Shop today at Rebag.com. That's REBAG.com and use promo code REBAG10 for 10% off your first purchase.
Diets and workouts, you've done the work, so why can't you get to your goal weight? That's because up to 70% of your weight is predetermined by your genetics. So while you've been told that it's all about your willpower, you're actually fighting your biology. Don't do it alone. Found's Doctor Design program uses medication as part of a treatment plan that targets your body's unique biological needs, so that your body works with you and not against you. Take the quiz at joinfound.com to see if Found's weight loss program is right for you.
Welcome to the PowerCat Podcast, GoPowerCat.com's Kansas State Athletics Show. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Now, from the GPC studios, here's your host, GoPowerCat publisher, Tim Fitzgerald.
It's the overtime. God, Ryan Gilbert, I wish your headset was on. Why don't you wear a headset anymore? Tim Fitzgerald, Zach Carlson, Cole Carmody, all of us with professional-looking headsets so we can hear the crystal clear sound of our own voices. And Ryan Gilbert in the corner with no headset, looking like a dope.
I'm a rebel.
I think the way this works is if you're verified on Twitter, you don't have to wear a headset.
If you give Elon Musk what he wants, you don't have to wear a headset.
That's what she said. Congratulations on being verified, going through the grueling process of being verified. You're an important person now.
I'm above all you losers.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
What color is your check mark?
Blue. Like Cole's shirt.
Figured it was like black or, like a stain. Like stain-colored check mark.
Oh! No, sick burn, bro! Sick burn!
Hey, Zach, how you doing today?
A little stopped up.
I know, I'm suffering, man.
Who is sponsored by, huh?
I'm not there yet.
Okay.
You just sit in the corner and be good.
Oh, okay.
Cole, how'd your Fighting Ever Fighting go?
It was amazing. Be sure you're checking that out. It'll probably be out by the time this podcast comes out.
Oh, yeah. I have problems keeping the order of stuff in my mind. I don't have a mind anymore. Mine's been worn away by Ryan Gilbert's practical jokes.
Cade Warner would be really good on the overtime. He did crack a few jokes.
Oh, he took shots. He took some shots. It was awesome. He just took his brother's knees out on that podcast. We're sponsored by Taco Lucha and So Long Saloon. I got that taken care of, Zach. I went to Lucha and met with the manager. One of them, there's like 7 of them. But the bald one with the beard, the J guy, yeah, I talked to him. He said, yeah, we'll do it again. Make sure you bill us for the last year. Yeah, I know.
So they paid us?
Well, by the way, they let me sign I haven't even billed them yet. They let me sign my receipt. So we're back in the trade business. We eat and drink for free for a while until I take everyone out and we drink $1,200 worth. They never renew with us. And my bartender was really good.
Yeah.
Really good. And Gilbert was working too. I don't even know that guy. Had I ever seen him before? Is he new?
Guido? Huh.
That's not his name. Is he going to be a mess the whole show?
I don't know.
Who's in charge of him?
Me. I'm the top bartender. Nobody's in charge of me.
I'm in here.
That old manager with the beard, the bald guy, he ain't got nothing on me.
He's so sexy.
Hope he's not listening.
Oh, screw it. It's the overtime. We're sponsored by Lucha and Saloon, right? That's what we say on this podcast. And we're all here. The dogs are kind of worked up. It's beautiful outside. They're stuck in a studio with 4 sweaty human beings. And Cole Carmody's going to read the questions now. Remember, this isn't about sports. It might be about sports. Anything sports related at all?
Adjacent.
So we'll probably have some questions about like a jockstrap. That's adjacent to sports.
There are no questions of that.
Okay.
No more questions regarding that.
This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. Or if you live at the beach, it's for entertainment purposes also.
That was not funny, Fitz.
Those are great fishies. They're not even fishies. No. Cole Carmody, read questions. Ryan Gilbert's going to be a pain in the ass the entire show.
From Exhausted Nihilist, which former GPC staff member would get along best with the current staff? Which former GPC staff member would cause the most trouble?
Rob Cassidy is the answer on both. Rob Cassidy would love this staff. Absolutely love this staff, but at some point I would get the exact same phone call I got from Frank Martin about something Rob wrote or said, but it'd be Jerome Tang's voice instead of Frank saying, "Fitz, you got to get your bag man under control."
It's my favorite story.
He's my bag man.
Does Wally count as how about Wally's former self? I think Wally's former self as the DJ at an establishment in Aggieville would really get along.
Oh, there's a lot of truth to that.
Group.
College Wally.
That wasn't even college Wally. That was like between my age and Cole's age Wally.
Well, get off his back. He enjoyed life.
If Wally and I grew up in the same era, I feel like we would just be two menaces on societies.
He spun a lot of songs with the lyrics "Boots with the Fur." Let's put it that way. But yeah, no, Rob Cassidy definitely.
Does Walker count? He would get along with us.
Jonas P. Ringo, as he's known as on Twitter, didn't really interact with coaches. He ran the office. He was the adult involved in the equation. Now we don't really have one. You're kind of the adult.
I'm the adult.
We get along with D. Scott. D. Scott gets along with us.
D. Scott would love these guys. I mean, they love him. Mm-hmm. But he's now in a position where he literally doesn't have to write anything bad. He can't write anything bad.
He can't be the bag man.
No. It fits.
Would Marquise love D. Scott as much if he still worked for us?
No.
I agree.
No.
Oh, no. Yes, he would.
Oh, really?
No, he's affiliated with Ryan Gilbert.
Oh, yeah.
Hell no.
I don't think that players know who half of us work for.
That is true. I think D. Scott would still write the stories about the players that he would.
He's in his groove.
He is.
This
He's
is
doing
perfect.
awesome.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Next question.
Next question from Ite and BB. Hold on, I have to read this question over. Sorry. Do you like your tattoo or do you regret having it done? And if you don't have one, what do you think is cool? Animals, letters, or symbols? First of all, does anybody have a tattoo here?
I don't think anybody has one.
What is Ite and BB trying to say? Do
you have one?
I have a
No, you have a little dot for a radiation.
Yeah, but I've told him that, look, I'm going to keep coming back until I got a full body tattoo, just a bunch of dots. I look like I have, actually, the tattoo I have now on my stomach, the other ones I swear were brown, look like freckles.
Henna.
Yeah, exactly. This one looks like, and this is for the olds out there that experience this, when you get stabbed with a pencil and the lead breaks off and it actually tattoos you with pencil lead.
Wait, do you think that kids these days don't have that happen to them?
Not like an old number 2 pencil.
Oh my God, we used to stab each
Still
other
in school?
the leg.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, I guess.
Everybody knows what you're talking about.
Okay. But yeah, the one on my stomach, literally, I tried to scrub it off one day. Like, I forgot that it's what it was before I started my radiation. Like, what is this? Why do I have this pencil lead? Yeah, look, I've been married to Becky a long time. She might be trying to stab me in my sleep. Who would blame her? Nobody.
That's why Fitz has a room to himself when we go on the road.
Here's my thing, and this is what I generally think that people in the media that do this from early on, we don't get tattoos. And here's why my theory is. We have a platform to express ourselves. If I got something on my mind, if I want to talk about one day at a time or keep moving forward, I just say it. I don't need a tattoo on my arm that says, "Forward we go."
Could you imagine if instead of having this platform and doing daily deliveries, you just got a new tattoo for every idea you had?
Oh, my God. I'd have Silent George Kliavkoff on my bud.
You'd have so many Pac-12 logos.
I'd have Brett Yormark over my heart.
You'd look like an Ohio State helmet, but with Pac-12 logos.
Every time Fitz has an idea for a daily delivery, let's just tattoo it on his head.
Yeah, there we go. And but those are Buckeyes; those are nuts. So we don't.
I would make the argument.
A whole another thing there that I'm not going into.
I would make the argument that me being a future teacher, I can actually have less tattoos than any other profession.
I disagree with you because now it's cool to be the edgy teacher with tattoos.
How about visible tattoos?
Yes.
Oh, I think you should get a whole sleeve that says, "Don't fluck with me."
That's also a bigger conversation about
Well, I
American
can't
society.
say the other word.
I don't think I've ever heard that word.
I think I just made it up.
You made it up.
Should people with tattoos be discriminated against in the workforce? That's another question.
Well,
because it still happens.
I'm
Depends on
anti-face
what-
tattoo.
Depends on
Sure.
what the tattoo is.
Right. If it's appropriate. Man, I don't know.
If you have a floral sleeve down your wrist, no, you shouldn't be.
Because I think that's typically what people when that happens. That's what that happens for. Nobody's making the argument that if you have a teardrop tattooed on your eye, that you should be able to work for child services.
Yeah, that's probably a bad idea.
I think you should be discriminated against if you have lame tattoos.
Ooh.
If your tattoos are bad, if you're just like, what were you thinking about that? No, you can't have this job. That's too bad. Like, you're not cool enough.
I have a true story here. So when my mom was a teacher at the high school many years ago,
Was she in a gang?
she was not.
Okay.
She was not. But there was a
Probably was.
kid. She taught sophomore health. There was a kid who had a tattoo on his neck.
Really? In sophomore health?
Yes.
What was the tattoo of?
It was of his mother's name
On his neck.
with a heart.
Did the kid choose to have this done, or was he forced to have this done?
He did it. He chose.
Okay.
Did he do it in a garage?
All I know is he came to school with a tattoo on his neck that said Tanya and a heart. And my mom asked, "Hey, is that your girlfriend? Did you get your girlfriend's name tattooed on your neck?" And he goes, "Nah, that's my mom."
Oh, that's very nice.
I'm sorry, Mother, if you're listening to this podcast, I would never get your name tattooed on my neck.
I'm trying to think. Jonas P. Ringo had a power cat on his ankle. And Rob Cassidy,
Didn't he have pike letters on his ankle too? I thought he had.
he had pike letters. That's
Yeah.
right. Pike A on it. And Rob Cassidy has a dolphin diving into his butt crack. It's a lower back tat. Let's try to get that rumor going again. I spread that rumor at a Big 12. Big 12 basketball tournament way back when. Spread it amongst all the student interns. They were convinced he had a dolphin diving into his butt crack. Which is honestly what Brian Gilbert needs. Go ahead.
Well, I was going to
Talk.
say, I'm going to start a trend that I have to confess something on each and every overtime. So above my butt crack, I have a tattoo. It says, "I hate fits."
That's
You want to see it?
That's so
I can bend
funny.
over for you.
That.
We all want to see that. I think.
Let's move on.
Okay. Next question from KLG Digital. This has bothered me for years.
This is his 7th post, by the way.
This
Seventh
I
post.
think this is a former photographer for us. I didn't know he was on the site. Go ahead.
Well, he's coming out of the woodwork here, so this is a great question. This is probably the best question we've ever had in the history of the overtime, and I'm not exaggerating it at all. Okay, maybe a little bit. He says, "This has bothered me for years. Per a previous overtime topic, why does Zach use only one towel before washing it? A towel should be good for at least 2 or 3 showers."
If it's good for 2 or 3, you might as well just never wash it, right? Because you're always clean, right?
That's kind of the thought when you get out of the shower.
If that
you're
is
clean.
the thought, you should either wash your towel once or you should never wash your towels. If your theory is that it's clean, but also, how many towels do you have? Do you have like 2 towels and do you wash them with your clothes? Buy some more towels. If you wash your towels together in one separate load, you have 7 towels once a week. There you go.
He's so invested.
You take 1 shower a day?
Yeah. Do you not?
No.
That's disgusting.
No, it's not. I take 3 showers a day.
Oh.
I take like 3 showers a year.
Yeah,
We're
that
polar opposites.
Kills is correct. Okay, you take more than 1 shower
Yes.
a day. I can understand not using 1 towel per shower there, but 1 shower per day is 1 towel.
I am on average
Wash it.
2 to 4 showers a day because
That's
listen. Here's my thought process
somebody's
on
got a
this.
problem.
I wake up in the morning and I have to shower. Like I have to wake up, right? Sure, fine. Well, whenever I work out, obviously I need to shower after I work out.
So you wake up, you shower, you go to the gym, you
It
shower.
doesn't make sense to me either, Zach. I'm sorry,
yes.
Cole.
Yes.
Well, you're getting in the shower just to go get dirty at the gym.
I know.
Like, I get it. We want to impress the ladies that are at the gym. I get that. But
I think
you're
it's
just going to get dirty anyway.
But it's always been like, and so then after the gym and I shower, okay, well, I'm going to go the rest of my day. And then before I go to bed, I have to shower so I can like relax and calm down and be able to go to sleep. It's kind of like a soothing nighttime relaxation thing for me.
The amount of showers that I take have gone down so much at our apartment because our hot water sucks.
And we're riding that one down.
See, this is part of the reason I take more, because the hot water is like an 8-minute spurt. You have 8 minutes in the shower.
You have like 8 seconds in there.
I think it sounds like Gills doesn't have
hot water.
He doesn't have any hot water because Cole uses it all.
That may or may not be true.
How do you shower 4 times a day?
Fitz, I'm sorry for giving you extra work, by the way.
You.
But in a hotel, you don't save towels in a hotel either. You should not.
Okay, so
if you were like a normal human being who lets room service come in and make your bed, sorry for using the wrong term, housekeeping service, they make your bed, they bring you fresh towels. You should never hang your towels up because they're going to take them when they come in.
Okay, we're at an interesting intersection of this conversation because I think Zach's too extreme, and I think you're weird, not for showering multiple times a day. There's no problem there. I mean, sometimes you just need to be by yourself with soap. I get it. I understand. But here's one of the worst things that I hate, and it usually happens in a hotel with a poorly ventilated bathroom. When you've showered, use the same towel, and it's still wet, damp.
Oh, yes.
Yuck. That's when I'll go to another towel. If I'm showering in the same time frame. Like, for example, I shower to go out. I'm in Vegas, and then I come back in, and I need to wash the...
Isn't there something you'd like to say?
...the glitter off, or whatever. I'm just saying, just hypothetically, the fun.
Cigarette smoke.
Well, there's not really a lot in Vegas. They do a pretty good job of sucking it right out of the air.
Go sit down at a slot machine next to a 9-year-old woman and you'll smell it.
They have smoke-free
Well, it's not really that you sit next to her at the slot machines. When she comes back up to the room, that the smoke gets really bad.
Next question.
My wife listens to this.
Next question comes from Denland0809. My wife and I are expecting our first child in July. What should we name her? Denland, why did you ask us? Because this is going to just not go the route that I think any of us needed to go.
Hold on. Denland, let me get in here. All right. I need to do some research here. Oh, this thread's way too long. I can't find him on here. By the way,
It's like the second
Kelly
page.
Digital was indeed a former employee. And that's what he uses on social media. So I suspected it was him. Oh, here we go. Look, I think you've come to the right place. I think we're respected namers of all things wonderful.
Those are the dumbest words I've ever heard.
Or not. So
Tanner.
I'm excited about this.
What'd you say? Did you say something else?
I said Tanner.
It's a
That's
great
the name
girl's-
of a
that's
dog.
That's a great girl's name.
Yeah.
Why not Lucha?
There you go. If you know, you know.
It's his
If
inside
you
joke.
don't, you don't.
It's an inside. You guys
Me
now
and Zach
sharing
have an
inside
inside
jokes.
joke.
I
Zach,
send
this
you
is-
off.
this is all you, Zach.
I send you off to cover the Greensboro and New York
was
sites.
before
and
the-
you come-
This was
This was in Big
Morgantown.
12
This was
conference play.
Morgantown.
and you and now you've put this pack together against Cole. What's up, man?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either. So let's figure out what he needs to name his daughter.
Can we hear Zach's story about Tanner? or no?
We met a nice girl named Tanner, and we thought that was a weird name.
She's the woman who made pantsuits a thing.
And
Oh, the bartender.
yeah, the bartender.
Okay.
Met a bartender named Tanner. You don't meet
That is-
many
Did you
girls-
say, "Hey, that's my dog's name"?
I don't think he did.
I don't think I did. I was trying to let Zach talk to her. You know, didn't want to be a block.
Oh, for God's sake!
I'm going to answer this question realistically. I'm going to say Destiny is a very beautiful name
That's
for
a
a
nice
girl.
name.
Welcome to the stage.
Mercedes.
Oh, okay. Okay, see, we're
Charity?
not getting
Charity's nice. Jaguar is also good.
Lincoln?
Lincoln. Well, that's kind of a guy's name. Or
Gertrude.
What'd you say?
Daphne. Name your daughter after my dog, Daphne.
Jordan is a good name, too.
Yeah, Jordan's a really good name for a female.
Tickle party?
That's okay. You really don't want us contributing to.
I think, seriously, I actually like the name Destiny. I think that is a fine
Yeah, that's
appropriate name.
It really limits career options.
Yeah.
If I was having a baby girl, right now, I'd probably name it Monique.
Why?
Why not?
Because I have no self-control and I hate myself.
Is there a problem with that, Fitz?
No.
Yeah, it better not be.
Top 1,000 most popular baby girl names in 2023. Number 1 is Olivia. Number 2 is Emma. Number 3 is Charlotte. Number 4 is Amelia. Number 5 is Ava. Number 6 is Sophia. Number 7 is Isabella. Number 8 is Mia. I like that name. That's a good one. Number 9 is Evelyn. That's kind of strange. Number 10 is Harper.
Dinland, I apologize for Cole reading you a bunch of basic names for your daughter.
Is that the proper nomenclature?
Do you want your daughter to be named the same as everyone else?
Right.
I hope not, because Cole just gave you a bunch of bad ideas.
Early 2000s, every girl in Aggieville was named Taylor. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy. Imagine that name.
Why don't you name your daughter Cole?
What is wrong with you?
After
CJ.
Cole.
You want to know a funny story? So apparently my dad wanted to name me, what did he want to name me?
Rocco.
Never mind. Ryan Gilbert just stole my whole thunder.
Well, what did he want to name you?
I don't even know anymore. I forgot.
I like Rocco. You kind of look like a Rocco. Would you talk differently? You kind of got this soft spoken thing. Would you be like, "Yeah, I'm Rocco"?
What are you talking about? My name's
Exactly.
Rocco.
There we go.
Slice of pizza.
There you go. Name your daughter Rocco.
I specifically didn't ask, and I'll thank you to respect my total lack of interest in your personal life.
The humans will be right back.
Selling a little or a lot? Shopify helps you do your thing, however you cha-ching. Shopify is the global commerce platform that helps you sell at every stage of your business. From the launch your online shop stage, to the first real-life store stage, all the way to the did we just hit 1 million orders stage. Shopify's here to help you grow. Whether you're selling scented soap or offering outdoor outfits, Shopify helps you sell everywhere. From their all-in-one e-commerce platform to their in-person POS system, wherever and whatever you're selling, Shopify's got you covered. Shopify helps you turn browsers into buyers with the internet's best converting checkout. 15% better on average compared to other leading commerce platforms. And sell more with less effort thanks to Shopify Magic, your AI-powered all-star. Shopify powers 10% of all e-commerce in the US. And Shopify is the global force behind Allbirds, Rothy's, and Brooklinen, and millions of other entrepreneurs of every size across 175 countries. Plus, Shopify's award-winning 24/7 help is there to support your success every step of the way. Because businesses that grow with Shopify. Sign up for a $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast now to grow your business, no matter what stage you're in. Shopify.com/Odyssey Podcast.
The ads are done. Speak humans.
Here we go. Next question comes from Eric Schneid. If you could be immortalized forever in a Ring of Honor, where would it be and what for?
Oh boy, hold on.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
There's no Ring of Honor for the stupidity I do.
Probably
Bartending. That's where I got to be.
You could.
For the worst bartenders, right?
No, look, I'm going to say you're not a bad bartender. Now, you don't know how to mix a martini because you work at a Mexican restaurant, but you're a very efficient bartender.
I think you'd be on the wall of a bar somewhere. In a bar you like.
The Wall of Fame.
With another coach that we've mentioned on this podcast.
With other individuals that have been mentioned on this podcast. And you may or may not run around in your underwear.
And put a mask on?
It's called
Perhaps.
a luchador.
Perhaps.
That's not what they call my belly.
Am I the only one answering this question seriously?
Yeah.
And saying think about, because that means you had to be a rock star and all the fun stories you'd have as a rock star.
Right.
That's my thinking behind that.
So you want to be a rock and roll?
Okay, Nickelback. There you go.
I just want
That's
a
the
bathroom.
great daughter's name.
Nickelback. I just want a bathroom that I can play baseball in, you know?
A very large tub, queen size or a king size?
Zach, do you get that?
No.
Is this
even I
that
get
one
that
Rockstar Nickelback song?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fitz, I'm going to go to the rest of this podcast without cursing because I actually feel really bad about the extra work I made you do on this show. I'm sorry.
Welcome to the overtime. The Ryan Gilbert cusses. The Ryan Gilbert.
No, we didn't. They're going to be bleeped out. Nobody's going to hear anything.
That is true.
Right,
It's going to get canceled.
One of the words would get you canceled.
Nothing beats the time when.
And I'm thinking about it.
Nothing beats the time when Fitz forgot to edit the beginning of the overtime, and we had the most legendary open that was on the website for about 20 seconds that I don't think anybody ever listened to.
You know, sometimes I forget to do.
Let's just say the name of our group text.
No. Oh no, we're not saying that out loud.
No, but it is the name of the group text is said segment that was cut off.
It's just funny because all the BSing that we do before, that was probably one of the worst ones. Yeah. And that was the one that you forgot to edit out.
I got to edit that out. Gil said doo-doo.
Doo-doo?
Doo-doo. You said all the things we do. Doo-doo's a bad.
Get out of here.
Okay.
I can't even keep my mouth clean when I'm trying to.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to this question. We're so off the rails.
See,
this is how the overtime's supposed to be, though, isn't it?
Yeah, whatever.
Ring of Honor. Fitz is on the wall of Taco Lucha already.
I'm on the bartending one.
That's all that. There's one. There's a bartending
that
one.
we get something with Lucha. Fitz is on the wall. I'm the bartender. Zach is the one for being a weenie for not eating the sauces.
I don't think that's supposed to be public knowledge. Luckily, nobody listens to this.
And then Cole would be
the one who sits at the end of the bar and watches the
Royals at 1 in the morning when they're playing the Mariners.
That was honestly the most fun night I've ever had in Aggieville.
Yeah.
The Royals didn't get over till 2 a.m. and he was closing and they won and I was there drinking the whole time.
Back when Lucha was in its prime at 2 a.m.
Yep.
Those were good days.
Yep. Next question comes from the old Barn Cat 78. What addition to Manhattan or Aggieville would you like to see? Restaurants, stores, entertainment, rail transportation, bike paths, and yes, I know that someone really wants QT, but let's skip that for now.
QT.
Is that supposed to be you, Zach?
It's all of us, probably.
What is gone now that you miss?
Well, first of all, I would love to have, I said this last week, didn't I? Some kind of trolley bus service that runs loops from Aggieville to downtown so you can just hop on a vehicle and then it'll loop you back to the garage and get you out of there. I want that.
That was a major point of discussion on the boards, by the way.
That was?
Yeah.
How did I miss that?
It was. I think it was in the thread for the actual podcast.
I would really the thing I don't like about Aggieville is 90% of the businesses are the same shape. You know what I mean? They're all shotgun, narrow, and I kind of dig bars that go the other way. That are, you walk in and it's the space is left to right, not going back deeper. I don't know. I think having a true sports bar really committed to watching sports and having sports would be great, and not kicking you out for not eating food.
That's realistic. That is probably the most realistic option that Aggieville should get.
We no longer have a true sports bar in this town. The one that we used to go to now they claim to be a restaurant and don't really care. You can't just go in and drink unless you're sitting at the bar. It's crazy. I've never run into a place like it. So I'd love to have a true sports bar, a really nice one, but also it's a sports bar. It's not supposed to be classy. It's, be clean.
Johnny's.
Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah, that's a restaurant that shows sports.
Yeah. As much as I love Hilo, after our trip to New York and getting pizzas by the slice, I would love to have a place like that.
Jeff's?
Did they stop doing that?
Like
They
Jeff's,
don't.
yeah.
Hilo doesn't do late night anymore.
Okay, so then there.
Jeff's was legendary. You could literally walk in there at 1
You
a.m.
guys are old enough to have Jeff's?
Yeah.
Okay.
They had slices though.
Yeah, like late night.
Okay,
Their pizza was actually pretty good, too.
No, it wasn't.
I liked it.
Stop.
I liked it.
It was better than Pizza Shuttle.
No, Aggieville definitely needs a late night pizza by the slice joint. 100%. I want, if we can't get Planet Sub back, I was never really into Planet Sub because that just wasn't what I liked to eat at that time when it was open. Now I like that. So I would love to have Planet Sub, but if we can't have Planet Sub, I'll settle for Potbelly.
I know.
Do you not go to Firehouse?
I did for a little bit, but they screwed my order up like twice on the order, and I was just like, "This, I can't deal with this. Like, I ordered like 30 minutes in advance, and I show up, and they're like, "Yeah, we're really behind." And then I had to go to media, and then they called me they called me an hour and a half later, like, "Hey, are you going to get your food?" And I'm like, "No, it wasn't ready at the time you promised. Like, refund me." And they're like, "Well, you got to go through corporate for that." And I'm like, "Take my money. I don't care.
Yeah,
you wasted my time. You lost my business."
I'll say though, it's a little overpriced. It is a little overpriced, but McAllister's is actually really good.
Ugh.
Yeah.
No,
thank you, Fitz. I could go to Walmart.
It's mediocre.
And cook better food
mediocre.
than that.
I think Firehouse's taste good, but I've had same service issues. Way too slow, understaffed, and honestly, I think they use MSG because I have stomach problems every time I eat there.
Like, Potbelly is so great because you walk up there, they make it in front of you, they put it on the toaster, it goes through, they put your toppings on it. They have limited toppings, so you have to be selective in what you want. Lettuce, tomato, a little bit of sauces and spices and onions
Zach
and
doesn't
peppers
want
or
the
whatever.
sauces. They get a stomach ache.
That's a taco. Shut up. I'll get deli mustard
What's wrong
on
with
it.
your hat? It's inside out and backwards. Oh my gosh!
How about Jersey
deli
Mike's?
I like Jersey Mike's.
I really like Jersey Mike's when I had
Jersey
it.
Mike's really good, and they do a whole day where they donate every penny that comes in to charity, which is really cool. Here's my idea: the old Cozy location,
which they're redoing, by the way. I don't know if you've been down there.
I know they're doing this. I don't. Tate's had it for a while. I don't know what's going on, but I think the one thing we need. You guys were just in New York. You'll appreciate this.
Strippers.
Naughty.
Gilbert's right. No, the one thing we need a hot dog stand. They've got the window. You can just roll up. I'll take 3. Okay, here we go.
I mean, it looks like they are turning it into not a restaurant, unfortunately.
What could it be? It's tiny.
I don't know.
You're all that bothers me. When someone has gone through the expense of making something a restaurant, to de-restaurant it is
Like, everything's like torn out of it. Like, it's an empty space. I mean, maybe you can put the kitchen stuff back in there, but I don't know what the goal is, but you could totally run whatever easy food concept you wanted in that spot.
Yeah.
Just
it
make sure
pizza. I could do hot dogs or whatever.
Pizza, hot dogs, you could do sandwiches. It doesn't matter what you serve out of that. Tacos. Yeah. You can make something work there. Just stay open till 4 a.m. Stay open till 4 a.m.
Lock your door. Just have the walk-up window.
Have the window. You make a killing.
I agree.
Because everything like DP Dough and Fat Shack, they all take 15 minutes or so. If you got something ready for me that I can go up and just grab, be great.
Like Jimmy John's is great.
Sure.
When you can get it easy, you order real quick. Everything's, they make the sandwich for you.
I just want to point out, I actually do kind of freak out how fast they make a sandwich. It's weird. Like, I'm not even done putting my wallet away, and they're like, "Tim, your sandwich is ready." I'm like, "How? How's that?"
So they pre-prep all the meat on the paper, and they just dump it on the bread and throw your stuff on there, and there you go.
Part of this question talks about entertainment. So for those of you that don't know, I'm working on my master's degree, and I actually have to be in an undergraduate class. You know what Manhattan needs? They need a zona de tolerancia.
What the hell? This is an English-speaking podcast.
Zona de tolerancia.
You can't even say the word. You can't even say the most critical word right.
Tolerancia.
I don't even know what
it is. A zone of tolerance that they have along the border in Mexico and the United States. Basically, these border towns have sectioned off areas of their town that is an adult district. Now, it's not just that kind of stuff, but it's like casinos and bars and like stuff like that. So I'm not saying that like that's what Manhattan needs, but what I am saying is I would like the downtown area. Why is there just like 2 places for people to go at for nightlife?
I do think another just true bar down there would be good.
Yes.
Although Finn's Pub is under new ownership and apparently is doing very well.
Hey, nobody cares. Nobody cares.
What is gone that we miss? And that was the second part of the question.
What is gone that we miss?
I miss Cozy.
Jeff's. We said Jeff's.
Did say Jeff's. I miss the original AJ's in Aggieville.
I know what I
Where was that? What building was that?
Wahoo Fire and Ice Grill. good drinks, great food.
Yeah, but between you and Keister and Mark, like all the old regulars, so to speak, I always speak very highly of Wahoo. I wish I could have experienced it.
So good.
You know
Nico's is really good.
You know what I don't like about Nico's?
What?
Is it still smells like Wahoo. Like, it smells like fish in there half the time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe I just go on the wrong days, but you walk in there and it's just like, is this an Italian restaurant? Or is it a fish restaurant?
Pronounced Italian.
Yeah, I was going to say Italian.
Next question comes from Adam K63.
Oh, that's jackass.
Is the slogan "Oh Manhattan" or "On Manhattan"? It's hard to see while buzzing down the interstate.
It is "Oh Manhattan."
Yeah.
And I think it's dumb because nobody says "Oh man," like that's a good thing. Like "Oh man" is a bad thing.
Oh, that's what they're after.
Yeah. Oh man. Oh man. I don't.
Okay, let's change it to this. Yeah, that sucks, by the way. So we've been to Little Apple forever, but now Jerome Tang's invested, not literally, that'd be weird to invest in this, Manhappiness. He likes that better than Little Apple.
I don't like it.
You don't like Manhappiness?
No. I liked it when it was Manhappening. That was before Manhattan.
That's the magazine.
No, there was. I remember Ballard's back in the day. They had shirts that said Manhappening.
The Little Apple is iconic.
I think so.
Like that is what
Genuine question. How did the Big Apple, why is it the Big Apple?
That's a great question.
Doesn't it have to do with the ball dropping?
No.
It's a ball, not an apple.
I don't know what.
Let's take a look.
Oh boy, here we go.
Why?
I love the Little Apple because of Manhattan being the Big Apple, but why?
That is a good question. We should have burrows of the Little Apple. Could you imagine?
Wow.
You got Aggieville downtown?
A jazz fan. He remembered that musicians, I don't even know who said this, left this part out. Musicians in the 1920s and 30s had an expression for playing big time after gigs in one-horse towns. There are many apples on the tree, but when you pick New York City, you pick the Big Apple.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
This here says that there was a sports journalist named John J. Fitzgerald who wrote a column about it.
Really?
Yeah. Fitz and Gerald are two separate words.
That loser.
I've never seen that before.
How do you like them apples? Well, good one. Yeah. Let's move on.
Okay. Last question of the
thank
podcast
God.
comes from Big Sam.
Hi, Big.
This is another good question.
Oh boy.
If there were a meaty throwdown,
We're going to take a small break here on the Power Cat Questions podcast to reorganize ourselves.
Afternoon.
We apologize to all the families out there for what just happened on the podcast.
Woo! Okay, from Big Sam, if there was a media throwdown, might I say fistcuffs among K-State...
Fisticuffs.
I can't read today, boys.
Okay, it's okay.
Among K-State...
At least you're not Ryan Gilbert.
Media...
It could be worse, guys.
Among K-State media writers,
yeah,
who would be crowned the champion? Feel free to break down and determine a GPC staff member winner as well.
Yeah, I'm not winning this. Can we include TV people? Because I'm picking Sully.
Sully ain't got nothing.
Sully is an absolute unit.
I don't care if you played college baseball. Bring it on.
Is this boxing? Or like, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
I think I would have a shot.
I would agree with that. I think
Cole's probably the best brawler of us. Oh, yeah. They did say that you can be dirty.
No.
Dirty tactics are legal.
I'm not going with Kellis. I can tell you that right now. Nope. Kellis, I'm not putting any money on you. Actually, the way I bet I probably would.
Watch Arnie just come out with like nunchucks or something.
Arnie's at plus 10,000 and he just...
Arnie would literally show up with a grenade.
Arnie, where'd you get a hand grenade? I don't know. My strategy would be I would serve this person at the Taco Lucha bar and get them hammered, and so they would be incoherent by the time this brawl starts and cruise to a victory.
I think the GPC staff would have just as good a chance against any other organization.
Well, we have so many people.
We outnumber everyone.
Fitz, you can just like provide moral support.
I'll pee on people.
Goins can kind of just...
Well, I can't help it. It wasn't intentional. I tried to throw a punch and I peed.
That's what you meant.
What's Goins' job if we're in the middle of a brawl? Is he going to be the one that sits back and actually writes about it?
I hope he doesn't try to break it up because nobody will hear.
You better back off of these guys. These are my coworkers you're going after. I'll give you one last warning.
before they give you a knuckle sandwich.
We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you for listening to the Power Cat Podcast. Make sure you're subscribing to our show at Apple, Spotify, Amazon, or wherever you get your podcasts. Power Cat Podcast. All rights reserved. GoPowerCat.com.
With Blue Link Plus, you can access your Hyundai Tucson Limited remotely. Doors unlocked, temperature set, lost car found.
There it is.
Get complimentary class-leading Blue Link Plus. Call 562-314-4603 for complete details.
On Paramount Plus.
The choice is lightning in a bottle.
When you are associated with something legendary, you're like, what am I supposed to do now?
Witness the story of Black Sheep's Drez and his new chance of a lifetime. Catch The Choice is Yours, now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus.